Russian President Vladimir Putin has asserted that Russia has trust-based relations with India, which he described as one of Russia's closest friends, and he said that those relations will not be diluted by Moscow's growing ties with Pakistan. His comments are, of course, significant at a time when there has been concern in India about Moscow's growing relationship with China and with Pakistan. Well, let's just try and give you exactly what it is that Vladimir Putin had to say out there. He essentially said there is no other country other than India that Russia has such deep cooperation with. This was all, of course, in an interview to the news agency PTI. He said that it is up to India to assess whether Pakistan is fueling terror in Kashmir. That is what he said in that particular interview. He also went on to speak about the fact that there's deep cooperation in areas like missiles. He said that no matter where the threat comes from, it is unacceptable and we will always support India in its fight against terrorism. He also said, we do not have any tight relations in a military sense with Pakistan. And he did, of course, touch upon possible relations with the United States. And he also said that our relations with Pakistan have no impact on trade between India and China. Well, let's just show you what the leaders had to say at that CEO's meeting at St. Petersburg earlier today.
Mahatma Gandhi, the great politician, said, be the changes you want to see in the future. I believe that businessmen feel as no one else where the global economy goes, what are the sectors and the industry the most promising, and thanks to their entrepreneurship and the accrued experience, they will be able to implement the boldest initiatives.
राष्ट्रपति पुतिन को धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूं। उनके प्रोएक्टिव अप्रोच के चलते ही हमारे संबंध और अधिक गतिशील हुए हैं और अधिक गहरे हुए हैं और नई ऊंचाइयों को पार करने के एक नए विश्वास के साथ और न्यू इंडिया का हमारा जो सपना है, उस सपना पार करने में हम बहुत तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहे हैं।
Right, let me go across to Nidhi Razdan for more on that. Nidhi, so the atmospherics are great, all the right things are being said. And yes, Putin did point out that there are very few countries with whom they have close missile relations and missile ties like that. But relations have been somewhat been slipping over the last decade or so.
Well, particularly in the last year or so, Vikram, where we've been seeing a closer relationship between Russia and Pakistan, for instance, and that's at a military-to-military level. Also, the Russians have warmed up to the One Belt, One Road initiative that China has undertaken, which, of course, India has boycotted. So I think there has been an increased unease in New Delhi about these new equations that Russia, which has been a tried and tested ally in the past, that it had been developing, and therefore this visit is important for those reasons in particular, to try and press the reset button on the India-Russia relationship at a time also when we're also seeing India moving closer and closer to the United States. It's not clear how India's equations with the Trump administration will be, but certainly this has been about resetting that India-Russia relationship and committing to it again. It's a strange new world, Vikram, but I think the attempt is being made to try and reaffirm this old alliance between India and Russia today.
All right, Nidhi, let's see what actually happens, and both of them are expected to speak fairly shortly, and when that happens, we will, of course, take you across there. Nidhi Razdan, thanks for joining us. Now,